Okay, so here I'm back with section B of the chemistry GCE 2025, which they wrote, which is science. So the first question says, which is B1. There are various challenges caused by chemical industrial activities, all right, of which we know. State one challenge caused by chemical industrial activities. Again, instructions are part of the exam. They're talking about industrial activities. Now, they don't want you to state the industrial activity. They want you to state the challenge which is caused by that industrial activity which you want to state. All right. So number one, there are quite a lot. For example, you can say they cause air pollution. Okay, this one is too, industrial, land pollution. Also, they contribute to land degradation. Suggest a method you would use to minimize the challenge that you've stated. So based on the challenge that you've stated, suggest a method, all right, that you would use to minimize that same challenge. For example, when it comes to land pollution, now let's say you are just throwing litter everywhere, plastics and so forth. What you will do, instead of just throwing plastics in containers and everywhere, reuse them. All right, the 3 R's: reuse, or recycle, like that. So you can recycle, okay? You can recycle, all right? You can also reduce. You can also reuse, okay? Yeah. The products that you are making. The 3 R's, you remember them, right? All right, so B says the models labeled A, B, and C are for the 3 states of matter. The melting and the boiling points of substance E are also shown in the table as follows. So A, B, C are shown, the states. Now also these states, they have another state, another substance E, whose melting and boiling points are shown. So let's see the questions. Which model represents the state of substance E at a temperature of pure melting ice? So at the temperature of pure melting ice, the temperature of pure melting ice is what we call the melting point of a substance. And the melting point of pure ice, when ice melts, where does it go? It goes to liquid. So it should be B. Simple as that. A temperature of pure boiling water at sea level. Now, when water is boiling, right, it undergoes evaporation and finally turns into what? Gas. Meaning C is the correct one. Room temperature and pressure. Well, at room temperature and pressure, we're talking about substance E. Let's go to substance E. Substance E, look at the melting point is -114. And look at the boiling point is about 79. So, what is this substance? Is it a liquid, a gas, or a solid at this particular? Looking at it, since it has got a very low melting point, all right, it cannot be a solid and it cannot be what? A gas. So it is a liquid because its boiling point, it's somewhere there. And it's closest to the boiling point of ethanol. If you know the boiling point of ethanol or alcohol, closer, meaning this friend of ours E here, it belongs to state number B, which is a what? A liquid. So it is a liquid at room temperature and pressure. So this is how this question was supposed to be answered. Next time we're going to go to B2.